Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admirals. So, I've been thinking a little bit. Let's see here. I was doing the German 1910 campaign. It's going well. Britain has already offered me peace. But here's the thing. Let's see, these are my ship designs. Let's go to the ship design tab. I started out by building 5 of the Alsace class battleships that I designed, 5 of the Arminius class battle cruisers, 15 I think of this Hertha class heavy cruisers. It's still the only heavy cruiser hull I have available in 1910. It's more or less a copy of the design I was going with in the 1900 campaign, which performed very well. 5 of the Berlin class light cruisers, still not a very effective light cruiser, and way too costly, like 11 million for a light cruiser, 10,000 tons. The Hertha class, which was in many ways outdated in 1910, only 7 million, still 10,000 tons, and it performed way better. I was happy with my destroyers. They were pretty good. And those were the ship classes I started with. I built 5 of the Berlin class and I think 20 of the destroyers to begin with. And but there were a few things. I got an idea because I was not, even though they performed well, I was not really happy with my heavy cruisers. This being the best I could build on the hull I had available, I had an idea. What if I build a very tiny battleship, as small as it could go, 18,000 tons. Still pretty big, but it's smaller than most battleships. Armed it with 9-inch guns, basically heavy cruiser caliber. Made it kind of fast, and had this as my heavy cruiser. So I designed this and started building them. Never got to try it in battle, because building a ship like this takes a lot of time. I think it was almost 2 years of construction time. And also, new light cruiser class, as small as it could go. Lots of torpedoes, almost like a very large destroyer, you could say. And another kind of cruiser battleship. Not a battle cruiser, but well, I guess this was more almost like battle cruiser thing. It had 11-inch guns. Started building those. It's gonna take years until they are ready. Then I discovered a problem with the Alsace class battleships. Basically the A turret, too close to the B turret, so it can't turn. So I fixed that by just moving it slightly forward and rearranging some other stuff to make it balanced again. It's gonna take forever to enter service. This is not designed yet, but when I have an upgraded shipyard, I can build even bigger battleships, which I'm looking forward to. But seeing that I only played a couple of battles in game and only was a couple months in, I'm gonna, let's see, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna restart the campaign and have all those cool designs ready to go from the start. Difficulty hard, random, create own. So let's start anew and have these ships ready to go. So the British are rocking 7 battleships, 4 battle cruisers, 12 heavy cruisers, 17 light cruisers, 14 destroyers. I don't know the specs of any of their ships, in the last barely started attempt at the 1910 campaign, they had, I don't know, did I run into any of their battleships? I don't remember. Their battle cruisers had an absurd number of guns, but few bulkheads and little in the way of anti-torp, and they were actually slow. They had a top speed of like 23 knots. Very easy destroyer food. Their heavy cruisers were better than mine. Somehow they could fit a lot more guns on them, and bigger ones at that. I guess the British have access to slightly different hulls. Their light cruisers were surprisingly survivable, and their destroyers were, I guess, okay, but not like vastly superior to mine, as was the case in the previous campaign. So let's just get this started first. I want to have transport capacity, I want to have crew training, and let's go up to 80% on tech. Research. I want to focus on cruiser design. I don't know what this is gonna be, but hopefully I can get a better cruiser in time. And the rest is just, I'm gonna leave it alone, because if you note here, it's gonna take 6 months to research spoilers. If I prioritize cruiser design, this takes 9 months, and everything else takes longer. So I'm just gonna prioritize that instead of like adding even more time to the rest of the stuff. Now let's design some ships, and we're gonna start with a dreadnought, a proper battleship dreadnought. It's gonna have a speed of let's start with 23 knots. Standard crew quarters, cramped, standard, and spacious. Standard is okay, and we're gonna get all of this stuff sorted out first. My mainline dreadnought battleships, they are gonna be expensive. Let's see. Like all of these are like trade-offs. I'm gonna go with hydraulic. They add the least to hull weight. Crop 3 armor, anti-torp 3, double bottom, reinforced bulkheads, anti-flood 2, citadel 2. And leave the armor alone for now. Main tower. Plus 12 base accuracy, 6,000 spotting. Yeah, let's go with that one. Secondary tower. Funnel. Let's go scroll down to engine efficiency. That's 100%. Can I get 100% with this? Yes. With that one too. And that one. And that one. I'm just gonna go down to find the cheapest and lightest one that gives me what I want. Still 100% engine efficiency. That's large wide funnel 1. Wide funnel 2, still at 100%. Let's see, 35.3 thousand horsepower funnel capacity, and the biggest one let's see here. Engine is 31,000 horsepower. Yeah, even the cheapest funnel works. That's nice. Main guns. Can go Mark 3 13-inch gun. Double barrel. Barbette. And we're gonna move stuff around. Can they turn now? I think so. Alright. So far, so good. Let's play around with this stuff. These give me a little bit less HE shell damage, a tiny bit less shell penetration, less gun range, but they give me more gun reload time, more accuracy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with light shells. Standard. There. White powder for accuracy. TNT one. Advanced hydraulic. Enhanced loading. You can deal with this later. Rangefinder, let's see. Stereoscopic rangefinder. That gives me more long range accuracy. Coincidence rangefinder gives me even more aiming speed and more gun base accuracy. But exactly what is long range? What is the definition of long range? I don't know. But let's go with that. Advanced radio. Let's add some secondary guns. We can turn down the range a little bit and save some weight. 22 knot top speed, save some more weight. Casemate. Eight-inch guns would be nice. But we gotta keep weight into consideration here. And we now have a 4-weight offset, so we can remove those. And the ship is overweight by 200 tons. Let's go with Barbette 1. How about Barbette 3? That's a lot of tons. Now let's reduce the armor on the conning tower. 9 inches. Let's reduce the deck armor. And now I gotta keep stability into consideration. I want better than 60.5. I want 12 inches of main belt armor. I want 1.5 inches of superstructure armor. Let's see, where can we save weight now? I think my previous design had a top speed of 21 knots. That was still pretty decent. What can we do with armor here? 3-inch guns, they don't need that much armor. Casemate armor does not need to be that thick. At least not on the top. I've not had any like big problems with plunging fire. Let's go down to 21 knots top speed. Let's actually turn the fore and aft deck armor down to 1.5. There we go. And main deck down to 2.5. Now we've saved some weight. can put that back into fore and aft belt armor. And some more superstructure. No, that was too much. That's decent, I think. That's the Helgoland class battleship. 60.5 stability. That's decent. Now we need a battle cruiser. Speed has to be more than 23 knots. Start by 30. Range. Like, doesn't seem that range has much to say in this game. And these will also be expensive and large. Main tower. Secondary tower. What's the 78,000 horsepower. So, wait, what's the... Doesn't it say the funnel capacity? That's not big enough. That's a large wide funnel too. I might need 2 funnels on this. Large funnel 1. Wide funnel, medium funnel. Just gonna find one that gives me 50%. Oh, wait. Medium funnel 1. Okay. Ah, yeah. Move you back a little bit. It's quite attractive with 2 funnels, I think. Barbette. Main guns. Gonna go with 13-inch guns. Ship is overweight already. We can reduce some of that later. Just gotta fix the foreweight offset. Still got a slight foreweight offset. There, now we got an aft weight offset. Stability is very good. We are only slightly overweight. Not even by a lot. Again, we're gonna go with light shells. White powder. TNT. There we go. Lost some weight. Advanced hydraulic. Yeah. Stereoscopic. Advanced radio. And again, we can save some weight later. Casemate guns. Like so. 4 weight offset, 1.2%. .5. And just need something to keep the destroyers away. Now, conning tower, 7 inches. Superstructure, I want you up to 1.5. It's gonna add some weight, we can take that off later. Foredeck, 1 inch. Aft deck, 1 inch. Main deck, 2 inch. Casemate armor. These casemate guns actually have terrible arcs of fire. Let's strip the casemates. Add some decently sized secondary turrets. So now we have an aft weight offset. Our roll is suddenly very good. Now we have a 4 weight offset. Aft weight offset, but it's not too bad. Ship is overweight. Let's try reducing the speed a little bit. Some guns have a poor sector of fire. Those guns better not be my main guns. This turret here, I guess, has a pretty poor sector of fire. Secondary guns. Those are 4-inch. Let's see, we are now rocking 65,000 horsepower. That's the medium funnel 1. Let's go down to standard funnel 2. Are we now still at 100%? Yes. 70,000 horsepower. I was at 65. I can try small funnel. Small funnels were too small. Now we saved some weight. I can try moving that up to 29. Okay, not at 100%. 97.8, that's good enough. And I've saved some weight. My 4-weight offset is good now. Oh, it's bad again because I added the barbette. Uh, 28.5. I'm 100 tons overweight. But I don't want like flash fires to blow my ship apart. Like, it doesn't say actually how many horsepower capacity you get from the different funnels. Let's try. Okay, 2 small funnels. That's 79%. Gotta go with standard funnel. Okay then, 28 knots. Slight 4-weight offset. There we go. Not the greatest main belt, but it's perfectly balanced. Got good hull stability. Some guns have poor sector of fire. It's not my main guns, it's the secondaries. I can live with that. 28 knot top speed for a 1910 battlecruiser. That's decent. The armor is not the greatest, but it's decent. Save the design. That is the Hindenburg class battlecruiser. Now, Destroyer 1. It's 1100. Speed, I want you to go at... What did I do now? There we go. 35 knots to start with. Range, not that important. Bulkheads, important. Quarters, you can stay cramped for now. These need to be fast, and they need to get into torpedo range. Reinforced bulkheads. I might take some of this off. Later, if I need to save weight. Let's go with the main tower. Funnels, what kind of engine do we have here? 16,000. That's, yeah, thin funnel 1, that's enough. Torpedo launchers. Let's go with this to start with. Main guns, 4-inch. Got a 4-weight offset again. Let's place you here where we have a little slightly better arc of fire. Okay, I can't place a gun here. Let's go back to the secondary tower. It'll have to be there. And it will have to be there. Four-weight offset is still pretty bad. Standard torpedo, white powder, light shells. TNT-1, enhanced reloading, fast torps, coincidence 2, like I still have more weight to play with. Stability is surprisingly good on this little ship. Let's go up in gun size, see if that solves the weight problem. That solves the weight problem, but now I only have 4 guns. But I think this is better. Now we can add some armor. What are you doing, game? Add some to the main belt. 1-inch main belt on a destroyer. That's aft weight offset superstructure. Yeah, it's a surprisingly survivable little destroyer. Can even turn up the crew quarters. Crypt 2 armor. Why not? Double bottom hull. Now I have even more weight to play with. If I go triple launcher, four weight offset. Some guns have a poor sector of fire. I'm guessing that's this one. But I do want a torpedo launcher up here. Like, why can't I place something right at the back of the fantail? Would have been so nice. There we go. Just moving this. Gave me a much better weight balance. Let's save this design. That's a V1. 35 knot destroyer with 5-inch guns and torpedoes. New design. my old class of armored cruiser from the previous campaign. I'm gonna keep them kind of at a budget. But not so budget that they just sink. Front tower 4. It's the advanced tower. Is the advanced tower smaller? Secondary tower 4. Funnels. How much engine power do I have on this? 41,000 horsepower. Okay, try standard funnel. Gonna find one that gives me. Don't have to go big funnel, do I? Well, 90%. There we go, 4 spoilers. That gives, yeah, that improves the funnel capacity, doesn't it? Okay, now the medium funnel gives me 36%. Okay, let's go 3 medium funnels. Alright. Main guns. Yeah, they won't fit. It fits, but it has a very poor sector of fire. There we go, 9-inch guns. The cost is starting to add up. I want the torpedo launchers. They are very useful. Casemate guns, 5-inch. We got some aft weight offset. Secondary guns. Five won't fit. Single barrel 4-inch guns will fit. Stability not great. Got an aft weight offset that we need to address. let's take a look at standard shells. Light shells, white powder, TNT, enhanced reloading, fast torps, coincidence. Do I need radio? Now we have a 4-weight offset again. Put these back. Okay, remove those. Okay, that's better. Let's see if we can make the stability better by adding armor on the superstructure. And main belt. Nope, that's it. That's pretty much at the weight limit. $6 million ship, $6.5 million ship. That's not too bad. That's very affordable. Save design. I'm not going to build too many of these because I have other designs I want to build. Small dreadnought, the König Albert. Let's make it really small. Let's make it small and kind of fast. And this will basically be my more modern heavy cruiser. It is a battleship, but it's a cruiser. It's supposed to be a very large, modern heavy cruiser. Modern by 1910 standards. It's gonna be expensive. It's already more expensive than my Rune class heavy cruiser. There's no way around that. What's the smallest main belt I can put on it? 9-inch. It doesn't need that much deck armor. It's a cruiser. At least that's the plan. What am I looking at for 36,000 horsepower? That's not much. Will one standard funnel be enough? Yes. That's the smallest funnel, and it was enough. Main guns. It is a cruiser after all. Barbette. that further forward. There we go. Stability is decent. Pitch and roll is decent. Light shells. White powder. TNT1. Hydraulic enhanced. Coincidence. Advanced radio. I can make things lighter. I can find some way to make things lighter. Such as turret armor. And I do want some secondary guns. Ship is now overweight. I know that. I can't go lower than 9" on the main belt. There we go. If I now go up to barbette 1, then I'm overweight again. Kind of sketchy not having barbette armor. Torpedo launcher. That made the ship overweight again. Let's take those off. Let's turn the forweight offset back down. Can I then go to barbette 1? No. There we go. That's my not a battleship heavy cruiser. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Save design, König Albert class. Then I want some smaller battle cruisers. 19,000 tons is the smallest I can make them. Speed. What? Let's do this again. Speed. 30 knots. Quarters standard. Semi-oil. Again, these are gonna be quite expensive. but not as expensive as my big battlecruiser. Let's see, we got 60,000 horsepower. What does that give me? Okay, large funnel 1 is not needed. Wide funnel 1 is too small. Large wide funnel 1. There we go. No, it's too small. Okay, large funnel 1 is actually too small. Enhanced funnel. Do I really need to go enhanced funnel large? I guess I do. Main guns. 11-inch. So we got a 4-weight offset here. Let's go 7 inches on the main belt. Six on the conning tower. I'm almost at the weight limit already with only 2 guns. 2 gun turrets. Light shells, white powder, TNT, enhanced reloading, coincidence, radio. This is the Gneisenau class. Don't like doing this, but guess I got to. Cramped quarters. It's difference in weight, it's almost nothing. Secondary guns. Ship is overweight and I have an aft weight offset. Let's add, that's a 4-weight offset. Aft weight offset is not that bad. Oh, deck armor is very thick. There we go, save some weight. Add stability even. What's the weight of this? 477 tons. What's the difference between 11 and 10 inch? Damage 71. Damage 90. Reload 34. Reload 36. Penetration at 12,000 meters for the 10-inch is 10 inches of belt armor, 2.3 inches of deck armor. Yeah, the 11-inch is way better for plunging fire. But in terms of like close range, the 10-inch is not that much worse. Now we have an aft weight offset. Oh, come on, that was not... my intention. This was what I was gonna move. But how am I gonna fix this forweight offset? By doing this. And now we can add some 5-inch single barrel guns. Can I add them anywhere else? Now we have a 4-weight offset again. I can always move things a little bit further back. Well, the stability is very good. Add some more 5-inch guns. That fixed the 4-weight offset. That ruined the 4-weight offset. Let's see. There we go. That's my Gneisenau class. I don't know what to call it. Pocket battlecruiser. Now we need light cruisers, and I want a light cruiser that's not terrible. How small can I make this? 3,000 tons. Top speed 32 knots. It's almost at the weight limit. How about this one? $8,000 tons. Top speed 32 knots. If I do it with turbines, it gets, yeah, it becomes much lighter with turbines. That's my phone rang. It was a foreign number. I think it was Microsoft telling me I had a virus. Let's go crop 1. It won't get a lot of armor. Reinforced bulkheads. Anti-flood. No citadel. So what's the plan with this light cruiser design? Well, first of all, it's already more expensive than my Rune class heavy cruiser. But it's supposed to be a little bit more specialized. What kind of engine are we looking at here? Almost 100,000 horsepower. Alright. Alright. That's the one funnel I can fit. Let's move you forwards a bit. Okay, I think 32 knots is a little ambitious. That's still, yeah. It's not great. This is very much a compromised design. Now, torpedoes. Deck launcher. And these are gonna be standard torpedoes that have a longer range. Coincidence 1, why not? I can add more torpedo ammo, but I don't think they're gonna be able to drop that many torps. Now we need main guns. It's a requirement. Oh. It, 7-inch doesn't fit. 5-inch. We have an aft weight offset. Casemate guns. Forward offset. Aft weight offset. Let's see. Stability is not great. This fixes the aft weight offset somewhat. Now let's see. We can add some armor. How about a 1-inch main belt? Last campaign the British light cruisers actually had a 3-inch main belt. That was kind of insane. Stability is still bad. Light shells, white powder, standard ammo, TNT, enhanced reloading, big torps, now we have an aft weight offset. Let's add armor until things start looking better. Let's add armor just to make things more balanced. This is gonna mainly fight destroyers and other light cruisers. That's the plan. Can I go 32? I can, but engine efficiency takes a hit whenever I increase speed. There we go. That's stability is bad. I'm gonna have to live with that. Cost is bad. Yeah, but it's a light cruiser. I think it will work. Now then, one last design, and it's the destroyer. No, we have a destroyer. Never mind. We already have a destroyer, so that's the fleet. That's the fleet. Almost forgot I had a destroyer. I was too busy building meme ships. Anyway, finances. Let's go back to this episode is probably longer than it should have been. Naval Funds 482 million. Let's spend 40 million on a 2-year building project to enlarge my my shipyard. But it only has to be there we go. Is it that gonna be? Yeah, 29 tons. Because I'm not gonna design a new ship now, don't worry. There's a second Dreadnought hull you can get, which is 29. Is it 29 or 29.2? I mean, I guess it doesn't make much of a difference. Let's just turn it up to 29.2. Now let's buy some ships. The Helgoland Battleship class. 5 of those. The Hindenburg Battle Cruiser class. 5 of those. How are we on finances? The Rune class heavy cruiser. That's the old style of heavy cruiser. 10 of those. And the V1 class destroyer. $20 of those. About 100 million left. Now then, the designs I'm not that certain will work, such as the Königsberg light cruiser. $10 million light cruiser. That's I mean, even these quite extravagant designs aren't even twice as expensive as the Königsberg. Let's build 4 of those. 64 million. Then we got these. 2 König Albert and 1 Gneisenau. I think will be enough. Finances 5 million left. Let's set them all to sea control. Monthly balance is gonna take a hit from that, I'm sure. I want 2 of the Helgoland class in Wilhelmshaven. 1 in Danzig. 1 in Kiel. 1 in Hamburg. Hindenburg class, 2 of those in Wilhelmshaven. 1 in Danzig. 1 in Kiel. 1 in Hamburg. Now my antique roadshow, 5 of those to Pillau. 5 of those to Emden. Destroyers, I can send these to Wilhelmshaven. These to Kiel. Danzig. Emden. Königsberg and Magdeburg, you can go to Pillau. Thetis and Medusa to Wilhelmshaven. The Gneisenau I want in Wilhelmshaven. The Kaiser Wilhelm der Große also in Wilhelmshaven. And König Albert to Kiel. Right. Good enough. Now I have all my crazy designs already in service. And these cost a lot. Why? Wow. Cost per month on my light cruisers. It's almost as much as a battleship. Okay, that's a pointless design. The light cruisers. I don't think I'm gonna replace them when they sink. They just cost too much to just keep in service. Like, how are they that expensive? They have a third of the crew of the König Albert. They weigh less than half as much, but they cost almost as much to keep in service per month. I don't get it. I don't get why they are that expensive. That's the research, that's the world. And now let's just hit start campaign and see what the game offers. Nothing. Nothing happens the first turn. That's alright. that's fine by me. Let's turn my tech budget up a little bit, so things go faster. Anyway, that's the first episode of the new 1910 campaign. I just designed and built some ships. Yeah. We are tied with the British on battleships, but keep in mind that 2 of my battleships are actually cruisers in disguise. I've got a lead in battle cruisers, but again, one of my battle cruisers is actually kind of like a cruiser thing. They got a slight lead in heavy cruisers, big lead in light cruisers, but if theirs are as bad as mine, I don't mind they having a lead in light cruisers. Destroyers, I'm actually ahead. That's nice. I will see you in the next episode, where we hopefully go and fight someone. Goodbye, and take care.